Good morning, everyone. Welcome you all to Science Tutorials with D. Dwivedi. Children, today we will start the new lesson of your book, lesson number 12, Electricity and Circuit. Okay, so today we will start the lesson number 12. In this session, we are going to cover the topics electric cell, electric bulb, and an electric circuit. So children, we use electricity for many purposes to make our task easier. For example, we use electricity to operate pumps that lift water from wells or from ground level to the top rooftop tank. Electricity makes it possible to light our homes, roads, offices, markets, and factories. Even after sunset, this helps us to continue working at night. Our power stations provide us with electricity. However, supply of electricity may fail or it may not be available at home places. In such situations, a torch is sometimes used for providing light. A torch has a bulb that lights up when it is switched on. Where does the torch get electricity from? So children, first of all, you should know what is electricity. Because modern life seems to be impossible without electricity. So what is electricity? Electricity is a form of energy which is transportable and can be controlled. Microwave, televisions, laptops, fans, electric iron. Children, all these appliances have become a part of our life because they make our life easy and comfortable. Lighting our homes and offices. Electricity is produced in power stations from where it reaches our homes and offices through cable and wires. All things that run on electricity have electric current passing through them. Any device that is used to produce electric current is called a source of electric current. Cell is a source of electric current. So the first topic which I am going to explain today is electric cell. What is electric cell? An electric cell is a device which converts chemical energy into electrical energy and act as a source of electricity. Children, you must have observed cells of different size and shapes that are used in alarm clocks, wristwatches, transistors, radios, cameras, and many other devices. Now, have you ever carefully looked at an electric cell? When you observe an electric cell carefully, you will see that it has a small metal cap on one side and a metal disc on the other side. Did you notice positive sign and a negative sign marked on the electric cell? The metal cap is the positive terminal of the electric cell. The metal disc is the negative terminal. All electric cells have two terminals, positive and negative terminal. At the center, there is a carbon rod which is surrounded by chemicals. The chemicals stored in electric cell produce electricity. When these chemicals are used up completely, the electric cells stops working and said to be dead. The next important component for lighting is bulb. Bulb is a device which is used in electric circuit to produce light. Bulb is made up of thin glass, spherical glass which is fixed on metallic base. Inside the bulb there is a coiled wire made up of tungsten known as filament. When the bulb is switched on, this filament is heated and produces light. The filament is attached to two thick wires which also provide support to it. the one thick wire is connected to the metal tip at the center of the base. The other thick wire is connected to the metal case at the base of the bulb. The base of the bulb and the metal tip of the base are the two terminals of the bulb. These two terminals are fixed in such a way that they do not touch each other. Inside the bulb there is a gas which is known as inert gas. This is a non-reactive gas, means it does not react with air or the oxygen. Thus, both the electric cell and the bulb have two terminals each. Children, the bulb and the cell which you see at your home also have the similar design. The next topic which we are going to study is a bulb connected to an electric cell. Means, children, if you want to light a bulb by using cell, how would you do this? Now, let's perform one activity. Take 4 lengths of electric wire with differently colored plastic covering. Remove a little of the plastic covering from each length of wire at the end. This would expose the metal wire at the end of each length. Fix the exposed part of 2 wires to the cell and the other 2 of the bulb as shown in the figure. Here in the figure you can see, children, how 2 wires are connected to the cell. You can stick the wire to the bulb with the tape used by electricians. Use rubber bands or the tape to fix the wire to the cell. Now connect the wires fixed to the bulb with those attached to the cell in the 6 different ways. Now children, we will use a bulb and we will connect the bulb with the wires in 6 different ways. Okay. For each arrangement, find out whether the bulb glow or not. Now carefully look at the arrangement in which the bulb is glowing. Compare these with those in which the bulb does not glow. Now you can easily find out the reason for the difference between the connections. Children, observe figure number 1. In figure 1, positive terminal of the cell is connected to the negative terminal of the bulb, and positive terminal of the bulb is connected to the negative terminal of the cell. Now the bulb is glowing. In the second figure, figure number B, you can see positive terminal of the cell is connected to the negative terminal of the bulb, and negative terminal of the cell is connected to the positive terminal of the bulb, but the wire is cut in between. The bulb is not glowing. In figure C, you can see the positive terminal of the cell is connected to the negative terminal of the bulb, and positive terminal of the bulb is connected to the negative terminal of the cell, but the first wire is cut in between. Again the bulb is not glowing. Now consider the figure number 4, in which both the terminal of the cells are connected to the different terminals of the bulb, means positive and negative terminal of the bulbs are connected to the same terminal of the cell. Again the bulb is not glowing. In figure number 5, you can see again both the terminal of the bulb, means positive and negative terminals of the bulbs are connected to the same terminal of the cell. Again the bulb is not glowing. In last figure, children, you can see the negative terminal of the bulb is connected to the positive terminal of the cell, or the positive terminal of the bulb is connected to the negative terminal of the cell. Again the bulb is glowing. Again the bulb is glowing, means, and the wires are not cut in between anywhere, means only when the wires are completely connected to the terminals of the cells, and both the terminals of the cells are connected to the different terminals of the bulb. Okay, different terminals of the cells are connected to the different terminals of the bulb, then only the bulb is glowing. And such a connection in which one terminal of the cell is connected to the positive terminal of the cell is connected to the negative terminal of the bulb, and negative terminal of the cell is connected to the positive terminal of the bulb, and wire is not cut it in between. Such an arrangement is called electric circuit, and this is called complete electric circuit. When the circuit is complete, then only the bulb is glowing. So the next topic which we are going to study is 12.3, an electric circuit. Children, in previous activity you have learned that when two terminals of the electric cells are connected to the two terminals of the bulb, only in such an arrangement the bulb glow, and this arrangement is an example of electric circuit. The electric circuit provides a complete path for electricity to pass between the two terminals of the electric cell. The bulb glows only when current flows through the electric circuit. And in an electric circuit, the direction of current is taken to be from the positive to the negative terminal of the electric cell. Thus, an electric circuit is a path through which electric current flows. An electric circuit has four parts. The first part is source of electricity, that is cell or a battery. The second is electric appliances like bulb which glows to produce light. The third is wire, which is a conductor or provide path of electricity, and the fourth part is switch, which regulates the electric current. Electricity flows only when the circuit is completed, or it is also called closed circuit when the circuit is closed. It never flows in open circuit or when the circuit is incomplete. Children, when the switch is on, it makes the circuit complete and the appliances works or the bulb glows. But when the switch is off, it makes the circuit incomplete or it makes the circuit open and the bulb does not glow. So there is a major role of electric switch to complete or to close or open the circuit. So the next we will study electric switch in our next video. That's all for today, children. Have a nice day.